Democracy is fragile. Like a house divided, it crumbles from within. Internal threats can be more insidious than any foreign power. These threats often come from those entrusted with its protection. When leaders, blinded by ambition or seduced by authoritarianism, chip away at its foundations, democracy itself is at stake. The world has watched in astonishment and growing trepidation as the United States, once a beacon of democracy, grapples with these very dangers. The warning signs are unmistakable: attacks on the judiciary, muzzling of the press, and the chilling of academic freedom. These are not mere political differences. They are assaults on the very pillars that uphold a free and just society. The consequences of inaction are dire. History is replete with examples of democracies collapsing under the weight of internal divisions and authoritarian impulses. From the Roman Republic to the Weimar Republic, the pattern is eerily familiar. Societies, once vibrant and free, descend into darkness and tyranny. The defense of democracy demands constant vigilance and unwavering courage. It requires citizens to recognize threats, raise their voices in unison, and hold their leaders accountable. The future of freedom hangs in the balance. It is a fight we cannot afford to lose. The allure of authoritarianism is a potent drug. It promises swift action, unquestioned authority, and the silencing of dissent. Some leaders, enamored by such promises, find themselves drawn to strongmen and dictators, echoing their tactics and rhetoric. The embrace of authoritarian figures by democratically elected leaders is deeply concerning. It signals an erosion of democratic norms and a willingness to prioritize personal power over the rule of law. When leaders express admiration for those who govern through fear and repression, alarm bells should be ringing. The case of a high-profile leader, enamored by an authoritarian figure, serves as a stark illustration. The leader, echoing the dictator's playbook, targeted the judiciary, launched attacks on the free press, and sought to silence dissenting voices in academia. These actions, chillingly familiar to students of history, are a reminder of the fragility of democratic institutions. The admiration for authoritarianism is not merely a matter of rhetoric. It translates into concrete actions with far-reaching consequences. The erosion of judicial independence, the suppression of media freedom, and the undermining of academic institutions are all hallmarks of a society drifting towards authoritarianism. Fear is the lifeblood of authoritarianism. It silences opposition, stifles dissent, and creates an atmosphere of conformity. When leaders utilize fear as a tool of governance, it casts a long shadow over every aspect of society. The targeting of individuals and institutions that challenge those in power is a classic tactic of authoritarian regimes. Journalists are intimidated, harassed, or imprisoned for reporting the truth. Judges face pressure to rule in favor of the government, their independence eroded. Academics who dare to question the official narrative risk losing their positions or facing persecution. The impact of fear on society is profound. It creates a climate of self-censorship, where individuals are afraid to speak out against injustice or to challenge those in power. This silence, born of fear, allows authoritarianism to tighten its grip on society. The consequences of unchecked fear are devastating. When citizens are afraid to speak their minds, to assemble peacefully, or to hold their leaders accountable, democracy withers and dies. It is a slow and insidious death, marked by the gradual erosion of freedoms and the silencing of dissenting voices. Even in the darkest of times, the flame of freedom, though flickering, refuses to be extinguished. It finds expression in the courage of ordinary individuals who refuse to be silenced, in the defiance of institutions that resist the encroachment of tyranny, and in the unwavering belief in the power of democracy. Resistance to authoritarianism takes many forms. It can be seen in the streets where brave citizens gather to protest injustice and demand accountability. It can be found in courtrooms where lawyers and judges fight to uphold the rule of law and protect individual rights. And it can be witnessed in classrooms where educators refuse to be cowed into silence, continuing to teach critical thinking and to foster a spirit of inquiry. Legal challenges are essential in the fight against authoritarian overreach. A robust and independent judiciary is a cornerstone of any democracy, and it plays a crucial role in holding those in power accountable to the law. By challenging unconstitutional actions and defending the rights of citizens, the courts act as a bulwark against tyranny. The defense of democracy is not a spectator sport. It requires the active participation of all citizens. It demands that we stay informed, engage in respectful dialogue, and hold our elected officials accountable. It requires us to recognize the warning signs of authoritarianism and to resist its allure. The future of democracy depends on our willingness to defend it. It is a fight that will be won not by armies or weapons, but by the courage of our convictions, the strength of our institutions, and the unwavering belief in the power of a free and just society.